The 10 most mysterious places on Earth. What if we set off to discover these mysterious places that our dear Earth keeps precious? As exceptional as they are unusual, these places have geological parameters or an original biodiversity that makes them real gems. They open up new perspectives for scientists, even when certain secrets remain intact. Here is a small selection of the 10 most mysterious places on our planet. Number 1. Mystery Spot. Located near Santa Cruz, California, Mystery Spot is an amusement park famous for its disrespect of the laws of physics and gravity. The strange house seems to be on a level ground, which gives us a permanent swaying effect inside. The most likely theory is that of tilt-induced visual illusion. The illusion experienced by visitors results from the fact that the environment is oddly tilted and causes the perspectives of height and orientation to change. Even when people are outside the house, the tilt of the building in the background causes erroneous perspectives as we judge the height of people using the slope of the roof rather than the horizon. Number 2. Le Triangle de Bermude. The question about the triangle that would swallow ships, planes, and all people with it still awaits its answer. Many ships and planes have gone missing, and so many catastrophes have taken place in the area between Bermuda, Puerto Rico, and Miami, which has led to the development of many theories. Compass variations, Gulf flows, gigantic waves, to human error and conspiracy theories, anything is possible. But nothing has been proven yet. However, it is still one of the busiest routes in the world. Number 3. SOCOTRA. The island of SOCOTRA, a unique place in the world where unusual flora and fauna mingle. It seems that this is a place that inspired James Cameron to make Avatar. The main island of the Socotra archipelago, belonging to Yemen, is located in the Arabian Sea in the northwest of the Indian Ocean. With an area of nearly 3,600 kilometers, they are the most unique landscapes in the world, as well as an exceptionally rich fauna, flora, and seabed. The climatic conditions added to its geological isolation explain why it's unique. Due to its biodiversity and the presence of nearly 700 unique species in the world, it's included on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Number 4. Le Mont RORAIMA. Mount RORAIMA is located at the meeting point of the borders between Brazil, Guyana, and Venezuela. The mountain is strange because of its shape, but it's also mysterious because of the clouds surrounding the summit and its endemic fauna. The mountain plateau, which is the summit, is considered to be one of the oldest geological formations on the planet. The plateau is believed to have been formed by water and winds, but why some species cannot be found anywhere else remains a mystery. Number 5. Rio Tinto. Rio Tinto is located in the southwest of the Sierra Morena Mountains in Andalusia. The area around the river has been exploited since ancient times. Lots of minerals can be found in water, especially iron, which makes the water red. However, the strangeness of this river comes from its high acidity, which makes some scientists say that it would be very similar to the groundwater of Mars. Number 6. Le Fly Geyser. The Fly Geyser near Gerlach, Nevada is strange because it pushes uphill. It's 3 meters tall at the moment. It's interesting to note that this geyser is located in a private area, so no one can enjoy it up close. The owner of the area is a man who rejects the possibility of making a fortune with tourist attractiveness and maintains a fine view just for himself and a few researchers and photographers who study this phenomenon. Number 7. MCMURDO Dry Valleys. The MCMURDO Dry Valleys are located in Antarctica. The area is deserted, of course, because it's the coldest in the world. And there are some pretty strange things here. The valleys are bleeding with liquid from many geysers due to the high concentration of iron. Number 8. Île de Pâques. The well-known statues on Easter Island, the Moai, still remain a mystery to researchers. The statues are over 4 meters high, but no one has any idea who built them, why they built them, how they got there, and so on. One of the theories is that civilization lived here a long time ago, but the lack of resources on the island and slavery is the cause of the extinction of the island people. Number 9. Le Lac Vostok. Lake Vostok is the most recent mystery to come from Antarctica. Located 3,500 meters below the ice level, this gigantic lake would make it possible to make revolutionary discoveries. Scientists have indeed drilled the ice in order to reach its trapped body of water and collect a sample. This is in order to discover new species of bacteria thousands of years old. We are impatiently waiting for the results. Number 10. Racetrack Playa. Racetrack Playa is a seasonally dry lake in California. This place is known for its moving rocks on the surface of the lake, leaving a trace behind them. According to some scientists, these are gusts of wind blowing at more than 90 miles per hour in Death Valley. Let us know what your favorite place is. Leave a comment below, and as always, make sure you like the video and subscribe to our channel so that you never miss a video.